for the main event. The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Atlanta, Georgia, he is the current TNA X Division champion. Oh, that's right. Let's bring out first our special guest referee for this match, Mr. Jimmy Corderas.
Jimmy Corderas, WWE legendary referee, TV personality, podcaster extraordinaire, and quite frankly, Sideshow, just a heck of a good guy.
One of the best, I'll tell you. He has been a part of some of my favorite WWE moments. You think when John Cena and Batista both went over the top rope in the Royal Rumble, he was in the ring. When Jim Carrey tried to bribe Kane to get out of the Royal Rumble in 2001, was it?
Yep.
Jimmy Corderas was there in the ring. He was there every time Edge and Christian were in a TLC match. He has been there for some of the biggest moments in WWE, and here he is, again, a Chinlock Wrestling original, my good friend. I'll introduce you later.
Okay.
My good friend, Jimmy Corderas.
Jimmy Corderas. Funny that one of your favorite moments, Sideshow, would be Drew Carey in a Royal Rumble, but nevertheless.
Come on, it was great.
It was. Longtime friend of Chinlock Nation, Jimmy Corderas, gracing us with his presence here today.
I would like to say, I don't know if you noticed, but Jimmy Corderas' music sings about being in the Hall of Fame. It's about time referees start being recognized in the Hall of Fame. And Jimmy Corderas is right up there with some of the greats.
Let's start that hashtag, Corderas 2026 with the WWE Hall of Fame. I'd certainly get behind that, Sideshow. Here's Jimmy making his way into the ring. As Brodzilla was eloquently put in, special guest referee for this huge 10th anniversary Chinlock Show main event. Here's our first competitor.
And
One of
now
our
the
several legends.
First,
And now another.
from Atlanta, Georgia, he is the current TNA X Division champion. He is Moose.
Chinlock Nation, we are blessed to have this man in our presence.
TNA X Division champion, Moose. So watching him on NXT recently.
Yeah, he's been excellent.
There he is. That is a specimen.
Is it ever? Moose, longtime veteran of the ring, former WWE, former AEW. He's been everywhere and anywhere, and now he is here at Fort Henry for Chinlock's Fort Fight.
He comes with him the X Division Championship from TNA.
X Division champion, workhorse title in TNA.
Not a fan of these Chinlock fans, though.
No, interesting. I didn't expect this from Moose.
Moose isn't here to make friends. He's here for business. Nope, no high five.
No high five.
No high five.
Chinlock Nation in awe of Moose, and it's not just the name, I'll tell you. He's about the same size as a Moose. I wouldn't want to get in there and tangle with him. I'll tell you, my truck wouldn't survive an accident with him.
Absolutely massive. Look at this now.
Godzilla better back up there.
Shut the hell up! I know my name! Shut up!
And his opponent, from Yonkers, New
Listen to this reception sideshow.
There he is, Tommy Dreamer, former Chinlock heavyweight champion. Tommy Dreamer, might I add.
Absolutely. Tommy Dreamer has held titles everywhere he's been. ECW Original, WWE, TNA, Chinlock. He is Tommy effing Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer's been through so many tables, I'm surprised he hasn't started charging for autographs and splinters.
Longtime friend of Chinlock Nation. So good to see Tommy Dreamer here at the 10th anniversary show. And I'll tell you, as much as a specimen Moose is, the wily veteran prowess of one Tommy Dreamer is nothing. You just simply cannot underestimate the innovator of violence.
Jimmy Corderas has got a tough gig here tonight. I would not be surprised if this gets out of control very quickly. And really, when you have a veteran referee in the ring like this, like Jimmy Corderas, you kind of just let him run with it.
Absolutely.
Jimmy's going to let these guys go.
Listen to this crowd. TNA chants echoing throughout and off these limestone walls. What a backdrop. Here we are, sideshow. 10 years of Chinlock wrestling brings us to this main event in this setting.
Tommy Dreamer, who main evented our Chinlock 5 at what is now known as Slush Puppy Place, our biggest show ever, is now main eventing our next biggest show. And that's this one right here, Fort Fight. Fort Henry and the ECW chants have begun.
Here we go. Main event, Chinlock, Fort Fight. Moose, of course, showing off the strength that he brings to this fight. Playing up to the crowd. Meanwhile, again, those familiar chants of ECW.
Moose, the young gun, Tommy Dreamer, the old veteran.
Side headlock to start things off. Smart play on Moose here. Gonna try and take some of the stamina out of Tommy Dreamer. Shoots him off the ropes. Big body block.
Look at that physique.
I was gonna say, if you're Tommy Dreamer, I don't think you want to go strength for strength, toe for toe against Moose in this match.
Well, Dreamer looking across the ring right now.
There he is.
Got a guy
Nice go behind.
Watch me pick him up.
Another go behind.
Whoa.
Oh, Tommy blocking the German suplex.
A few too many
attempt.
Oreos for Tommy Dreamer, I think.
Tommy Dreamer breaks the hands of Moose. That is a feat in and of itself. And uses that posterior to get out. Big body block. Doesn't take Moose off his feet. Wobbles him a bit. Here we go.
Tommy Dreamer getting a little funky like a monkey.
And second time. No, still doesn't knock him off his feet, but into the corner. Third time's a charm if you're Tommy Dreamer. Coming across. Huge splash against Moose. Knocks the wind out of him. Tommy climbing to the middle rope. Dropping bombs. Ooh.
Jimmy Corderas, I told you, he's going to let him go.
Yep.
This is our main event at Chinlock Fort Fight, our 10th anniversary show. Jimmy Corderas, he's not going to cut this short on just a little nibble of his forehead.
Absolutely not. Going to let these two veterans go. Moose out for a powder. Out follows Dreamer. And this is where Tommy's, this is where Tommy's most dangerous, is outside that ring.
This is going to spill outside the ring.
Watch out, here comes Moose. Ready to crack him. Oh! And he chops the ring post.
This is going into the crowd.
And here we go again. This is where Tommy Dreamer is always at his most dangerous. Do we even have cameras back there? Where are they going?
The camera operators doing their best to follow the action here. You see the crowd has come out of the bleachers to make way.
Right in and amongst Chinlock Nation, Tommy Dreamer. What's he got?
What is this? He got someone's cane.
He's got a cane. No,
gave it back. Gave it back. The guy's still got to walk after this, you know.
Into the bleachers. He's choking him out.
He's got the stanchion.
Choking him out with the stanchion. Up into the bleachers they go. In amongst Chinlock Nation.
There they go. Look at this.
The bleacher creatures up there getting their money's worth with those bleacher seats. Oh, across the head.
Jimmy Corderas has got his work cut out for him.
Absolutely. Here comes Tommy, his busted open podcast shirt. I'll tell you, not just a podcast, but a way of life for Tommy Dreamer. And he's doing his darndest. Doing his darndest with that headbutt to ensure that Moose's head looks like Tommy Dreamer's shirt. Ooh, Moose stops Dreamer in his tracks. Couple punches. Irish whip. Reversal back into that post. Meeting again.
This crowd, the seas parting moments ago as the crowd starts to fill back in. As everyone starts to feel a little more safe as the match makes its way back into the ring.
But you did notice, Sideshow, no matter what Tommy did, he could not take Moose off his feet out in that ring. And Moose has just made him pay for it. Again, kicking that rope on the way in. Man, this Moose, I'll tell you, he is tough to get off his feet. Stomping the gut. Taking down Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer's so old it's hard to get him back on his feet.
Jimmy Corderas checking in. Tommy says no, he's going to continue. Choking Tommy out across that middle rope. Cutting the oxygen off to the brain. Tommy's up into the ring. Moose driving the boots to Tommy. Dreamer down. Oh.
Dreamer gonna take a little nap down here, I think.
Moose is running. He's got to be running 270, 280, all that weight across and on top of the chest and throat of Tommy Dreamer. That can't be good for Tommy's cardiovascular. Oh, and here he goes right back to it. Choking Tommy out. You can see Tommy just struggling to breathe.
All Tommy can do is grab onto those ropes and just hope that eventually his airway opens back up here.
Chinlock Nation crowd willing Tommy Dreamer back to his feet. Moose says, I'll do the honors for you. Up into a suplex. Are we going to see that? Nope, Tommy blocking it. Second block. Oh, and he turned Moose over.
Big reversal
Nice
from Tommy
suplex.
Dreamer.
Buys him some time.
Again, Tommy.
Listen to this crowd.
This is awesome. Chant rings through historic Fort Henry in Kingston, Ontario, as we watch an ECW original, the TNA X Division champion battle at our 10th anniversary at Chinlock Wrestling.
Tommy off the rope. Trying for another clothesline. Just can't put the big guy down. I'm telling you, it's like trying to chop down a huge oak tree.
Oh, a little shake. Rattle and roll. Oh, no.
Nope. Moose says, you do that, I can do you one better. Little bionic elbow. No!
Tommy with the bionic elbow.
Moose is wobbling. Cutter! Got him! Nice diamond cutter by Tommy. There it is. 1, 2. Oh, and Moose is out at 2.
Moose still alive.
Still alive, but down. That cutter took a lot out of him. First time we've seen
Tommy.
Moose. Whoa, Tommy with a chair.
So a fan just handed Tommy a chair.
That chair, not a no DQ match, but that chair is in this ring.
Like I said, Jimmy Corderas is just letting this happen. I don't think I've ever seen a Tommy Dreamer match in Chinlock Wrestling that hasn't. Oh!
trips him up, pushes him right on that chair.
I don't think I've ever seen a Tommy Dreamer match in Chinlock Wrestling that hasn't devolved into some form of just absolute chaos.
Absolutely. Moose now taking that chair, tying it up into between the top and middle rope. And I'll tell you, that's not one of those standard aluminum folding chairs. That is a hard plastic. Here it comes. Nope, Tommy stops himself. Here comes Moose. Oh!
Moose into the chair.
Into the chair. Tommy into the
Dreamer
even flow
DDT.
DDT. Huge. Put away Media. Superstar 1, 2, and 3. Oh, was that not 3?
So close. Jimmy Corderas saying that was very close to a 3 count, but only 2 for Tommy Dreamer.
That DDT has put away many a superstar, many a Hall of Famer, led to his ECW championship, I may add. Moose kicks out. Tommy gets him up, looking for the Death Valley driver. No, breaking the eyes. Moose back in the corner. Oh, and the spear. Say goodnight, Tommy.
It's over.
It's over.
Your winner, Moose, has defeated Tommy Dreamer, the TNA X Division champion. Walks away from Chinlock Fort Fight victorious.
Tommy Dreamer on proverbial Dream Street right now, on the receiving end of a massive spear from the massive Moose.
Look at that. Tommy Dreamer is on Dream Street right now, and there is the man victorious at the end of Chinlock Wrestling's 10th anniversary Fort Fight here at historic Fort Henry in Kingston, Ontario.
Absolutely.